I want to apologize. I did not check my audio. I just uploaded thinking everything was good. But salute to the homie Ariel again for informing me that my audio was not working. I just wanted to double check. I did a test run to make sure the audio was working. Just gonna be real quick. I ain't gonna be on all day because, like I said, I gotta go ahead and get me something to eat because I've been basically sitting in here thinking like, man, I know dang well I uploaded the video, didn't check the audio, thinking everything is working smoothly. Oh boy, y'all forgive me. Forgive me. But we're gonna run through this. But before we run through my thoughts on AEWDynamite Maximum Carnage, let's talk about the breaking news that hit the airwaves today. WWE and TNA has announced a multi-year partnership, ladies and gentlemen. I've been talking about this for the last 2+ years about how the E was gonna come through out of nowhere and swallow up TNA and make them a part of the WWE family. We seen the signs. Cats coming in from TNA going to the E. Cats from the E going over to T. We seen the signs. Heck, you got doggone Joe Hendry, who's in the main event of the pay-per-view this Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Sunday, Saturday? Going up for the TNA World Championship. This fool already quote tweeting this picture with that goofy picture of him looking silly where he starts singing that song, I believe in Joe Hendry. Pop, pop. That food will be popping up in the doggone Royal Rumble. Expected. I'm already expecting it. Joe Hendry will be in the Royal Rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, all this basically is basically saying the E owns TNA. They can say partnership. They can dress it up any old kind of way. I was telling you that the E low-key bought TNA. The moment when Scott D'Amore got the boot, that was all I needed to know. And then they just slid on in, made it do what it do, and here we are. So this is one of the worst kept secrets. No surprising, nothing shocking to me. Hey, this is just how the E do. This is what they've been about. This is how they move. And I mean, people say, "Oh, this new regime is not like the old regime." Man, stop it. This the E. The E gonna do the E things. And I hope cats are fans of TNA. Y'all hope y'all enjoy being a part under the WWE umbrella because that's basically what this is. Now, let's run through this right quick. We're going to start with the women's casino gauntlet matchup. Now, every girl that you know pulled up was out there. They all pulled up. But I want to talk about the new young lady that came through. Here she is. Her name is Megan Bain. I am not familiar with her work. I've seen people talking about her. I know she was in NWA, and I think she did a little something in New Japan. I'm going to say great, cool, but you got all these other women that you need to establish, and we bringing in another fresh toy. I'm sitting up here saying, first of all, I don't know who she is. Some of you hardcores, y'all might know who she is. I'm not familiar with her work. AEW got to do a better job of when you're introducing somebody brand new, you got to make them feel like they special. I know she came out here, she got to get up looking like she just left Egypt or something like that, but you got to make cats feel like they very important when they pull up, especially when you don't know who these cats are. You know what I'm saying? She came in, she was doing what she's supposed to do, but she didn't win it. Apparently, Tony Storm with the I Don't Know Who I Am is the number one contender for the Australian show. We're going to see. I don't know if she wins the championship back. We shall see. But apparently this is part 2 between her and Mariah May. So we shall see. Next, let's talk about the opening matchup. Brian Cage versus Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega is just getting his feet wet. He's coming back to AEW, so he has to put the training wheels back on. And so I guess Brian Cage was the training wheel. Now, obviously, he's dealing with this because remember, he used to be with Don the Clown, a.k.a. Don Callis. Now, all the goofy big dudes he got doing his dirty work are basically there to try to take this dude out. Kenny Omega beat the brakes off of Brian Cage, and I thought it was a solid opener. Kenny Omega gets the dub. Lance Archer comes out of nowhere. Takeshita comes out of nowhere. And then Will Ospreay tried to come say that they tried to even up the odds, and then Kyle Fletcher came out, laid them out. Then they both got laid out by Brian Cage and Kyle Fletcher. And so afterwards, they was in the ring talking about Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay going back and forth like, hey man, why you keep coming out here, bro? You and I got beef. Ain't no such thing as us teaming up. I don't give a dang. If I got to fight this clown on my own, so be it. He like, bro, you and I know that we got to work together. You don't want to work together. I'm bull jabbing. I know I was bull jabbing. You was bull jabbing. We both tried to put each other in the doggone retirement home. Let's put our differences aside and let's try to take out our common foe, which is Don Callis and the founder. We got to take these clowns out. I can't take them out by myself, and you know dang well you can't either. But they was bickering, going back and forth, acting like they was ready to beat the brakes off each other. So that's going to be a foregone thing, but I'm here for it. I want to see Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay as a tag team. I'm here for it. I don't mind it. Next, Christian Hook. This is part 4, I think. Samoa Joe came out of nowhere. Samoa Joe gets back, well missed. Fans went crazy. Another big dude is back that actually had a decent run until towards the end of it. But we're going to see with him being back, what does that mean? I don't know. Mercedes got an opportunity to cut a promo, say some stuff. I'm going to be 100% with y'all, man. I'm not like everybody who is ready to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but there is cause to pause concerning Mercedes Moné. This run has been very weak. Like I said, she's been putting on decent matches, but this overall run has been very weak. I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat because she's my girl. No, it's been very weak, and a lot of that has to do with Tony Khan. It's based off of what he's coming up with. I know she got her ideas and everything, but you got to make cats give a dang about your title run. You just have to. And so that's that. Then we get the open promo right after that about the Hurt Syndicate chilling in the bar, basically throwing shots at Private Party. And MVP said, I'm going back in time. I'm putting the boots back on for our doggone trios match, which they had. Now, here's my big, y'all know about my pet peeve concerning champions, regardless if they're tag team, singles, this does not matter. If they are in a non-title match, they have absolutely no business getting pinned. I don't care what nobody has to say. You got Mark Briscoe with Marquand and Isaiah. Mark Briscoe should have taken the pinfall. That way, Private Party would have been like, yeah, we lost the match, but you didn't pin neither one of us. So, therefore, you guys don't deserve no title shot. But in wrestling today, in order to get a title shot, you got to pin the champion in a non-title match. It's some of the most lazy days of booking you'll ever see, and I can't stand it. I'm tired of it. You want to protect your champions. You want people to give a dang about like I say, right now, ladies and gentlemen, Private Party is in a place right now where they had so much potential from 5 years ago, but Tony Khan and them completely forgot about them. They got stuck hanging out with the Hardys. That did absolutely nothing for them. Then we waited to the very end of last year, year 5, to actually try to elevate them. Man, I remember a time when AEW's tag team division was the #1 tag team division in all pro wrestling. That went out the door. After year 3, that went out the door. I don't know what happened these last 2 years, but they just don't give a dang no more, and I'm sad. But with the Hurt Syndicate, with Kenny Omega and them, there's hope. There is hope for the tag team division, and I'm praying that things can change. They need it. But it is what it is. Hurt Syndicate wins. Great. We get Ricochet. Ricochet come out there talking bull jive. They don't want to hear what he has to say. And Swerve music goes off. So he looking confused, like, where this fool at? He don't see him. Next thing you know, here come Prince Nana from behind, whacking him in the back with a chair. Then Swerve emerges, comes out, and he goes to chase him. And this man literally runs out of the building into the cold. You know what I would have actually liked? I would have actually liked them playing, trying to find him. And this dude is all over the place. Like, you just keeping things going because you know he can't wait to get his hands on him. But outside of that, decent segment. I believe I went over. I said Samoa Joe's back. Great. So we get to the main event. The main event, Powerhouse Hobbs versus John Moxley for the AEW World Championship. Everybody in the mama knew Hobbs wasn't winning. We all knew that. The deal was he said he was going to make this fool his female dog. Oh, he did that. And some. And you know Moxley. Moxley finds the most simplest ways to get busted open. I mean, he's going to find a way to get busted open. And he had Hobbs be the one to do it. And Hobbs was basically murdering him. He was making him his female dog until the Death Riders came out of nowhere, and Marina Shafir whacked this man in the head. He choked him out, and he retains his championship. Ladies and gentlemen, this may be Mox's worst title run. You would think with them, with this whole situation, this whole try to take over storyline, that it would have people invested, but it's just like it's not working. It's literally not working, and I'm like, man, I get it. Moxley was the guy that saved the company when CM Punk got hurt and all this, and everybody else who got hurt, but we just got to do a better job of telling stories when we holding championships and who we got pursuing said titles and all that stuff. I mean, as usual, the wrestling on the show, you're gonna get it's always gonna be top tier wrestling, but you gotta get people invested. It's more than just the flips and dives in the ring. It's way more than that. Don't let a hardcore AEW head tell you that. Also, the people who ain't wrestling, you're wrestling fans, but you hate the wrestling. No, we love it. I love the flips and dives. I love the grappling. I love the submission. I love every style of pro wrestling. It does not matter. It does not matter if it's grapple, mat wrestling, submission mat wrestling, flips and it doesn't matter. I love it all. But why is wrestling A, wrestling B? What does this person want? And I didn't even talk about it. Jeff Jarrett, MJF. The reason I didn't really say too much on it is because I feel like all of this is just dragging MJF down. MJF is down with it because he respects the mess out of Jeff Jarrett. And I'm talking about behind the scenes. In front of the camera, MJF, he just gonna ramble, run his mouth, say all kind of bull jive. And that man came back and said he was a one-hit wonder, said his mom was a call girl, said his dad was a crazy clown. And next thing you know, Karen Angle comes out and says some disrespectful stuff about Karen Angle. He tries to choke her out, then he runs out the ring. We are going to get we're going to get a Jeff Jarrett AEW title run. It's sad, but it is what it is. I'd rather them just get it over with so we can move on, because to me it's just a waste of time. And it's also just, this informs me that Jeff Jarrett has something on Tony Khan, just like with Jeff. And I ain't talk about it. Jericho segment. He had a garbage set. I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, Jericho is past his prime. He is destroying Big Bill and Bounty Keith. Bro, it's like they are with him for absolutely no. That's not elevating either one of them. I noticed something about AEW. They got a faction problem. They got way too many factions. There's too many factions in AEW. I understand two factions at a time, but when you got like 30 factions, everybody's in a freaking faction. I don't know, but honestly, like I said, I like the show, but I'm still in a place where we just barely getting by. That's what I feel like. Tony Khan is like, he giving it these big names and Maximum Carnage and all this, but you gotta put forth more of an effort of getting people to give a dang about what you putting on TV. And I mean, that's technically it. So I pretty much said what I had to say. Was the show decent? Yeah, it was decent, but that's like their ceiling, and I don't want it to be their ceiling. Pro wrestling as a whole needs to be off the chain. H&M can't be going hard in the paint, even though for me, I thought this week was kind of mid. It's just me. But H&M can't be going hard in the paint, and Tony Khan and them is out here just barely getting by. Nah, we got to step the game up. We literally have to step our creative genes up. And if we don't have no creative genes, let's go find some cats that got creative genes and know how to tell a story. And I'm not saying they don't know how to tell stories, because they do. It's just you got to tell stories that cats give a goddamn crap about. If we ain't caring about what you doing, you just on the show just to be on. Just like how I say about like 65% of the cats over in the E. This is what I'm saying about 85 cats over in AEW. It's cats are just there to be there, and that's what I don't want. I don't want cats to be there, like I said, TK and them getting their money, and they like, oh, let's just coast. No, forget coasting. Coasting is for jokes. We know cats are going to joke on you, Tony Khan, aka Anthony Khan, but you gotta put your big boy pants on and get some clowns in there that know what they're doing. You just get your silly self out the way and let them look. You oversee it, yes, you have the final say, but have somebody in there that knows what they're doing. So when certain things happen, cats go, oh, okay, this got my attention. Oh, that got my attention. Not cats is just mess around on the phone the whole show. Then they look up, oh, the show's over. Okay, great. It don't work like that, man. So I ain't really got nothing else to say. I said my take on the quote unquote partnership with TNA. Yeah, I said it with quotes. Partnership. Yeah. And then Maximum Carnage. It is what it is. Y'all already know what to do. Hit the comment section up. Let me know what you think. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. And again, salute to the homeboy Ariel for letting me know that my volume was not up. It's because, like I said, I had some work done on my computer, and the cats who were in there to do what they needed to do, I guess they deleted my mic, so I had to re-add the mic to turn the mic on. So again, appreciate it, homie. Thank you. And like I said, to everybody who's been rocking with your boy, you already know you gonna come over here and get nothing but facts talking about this pro wrestling stuff. Now, I just got word about Jada Parker's situation. I mean, I guess she liked to post about women wrestling women and men wrestling men, and not clowns who are quote unquote acting as women, but they're men wrestling. Like, I mean, she right, but you know, and you know how it is with the way how clowns are these days. I mean, it's just a sad joke, you know. But unfortunately, I pray she doesn't lose her position or whatever. But I'm like, it is what it is. So that's that. That's my thoughts on everything. AEW Dynamite, the WWE TNA quote unquote partnership, and then Jada Parker situation. You already know what to do. It's your main man, Casey King, Self for Life Wrestling Takes. I'll let you boy.